Let's get right into this explainer. Today, we're ripping away all the excuses. As a high-performance coach, I see way too many aspiring entrepreneurs with massive potential who are just spinning their wheels. Consider this your personal, uncompromising invitation to leave the masses behind and step firmly into the 1%. Because this is entirely about the person you are choosing to become today.
Could it be possible that average convinces us that survival is success? It's a hard truth we've got to face right out of the gate. How is it that we've totally normalized being tired and defeated? So often we mistake just getting by, mere survival, for actual accomplishment. But listen, average is the absolute enemy of dominion. You can't rule an industry or master your craft if your only goal is just surviving until Friday.
The average mass is distracted, comfortable, negotiates discipline, and avoids mastery. But the 1%? They're vision-driven, relentless, disciplined, and they actively seek isolation to execute. We have to draw a hard line in the sand right now. The average crowd constantly negotiates away their discipline for applause from people who have completely settled. But the top 1% are fueled by this intense growth mindset. They know that without relentless hunger, you literally will never eat. Check out this insight from a 17-year-old Kobe Bryant. He said, "I wasn't invited to parties. I would go into my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep." Think about that. While everyone else was out partying on the weekends, Kobe was alone in the dark, putting in the work. The path to greatness isn't glamorous at the start. To the average mind, it looks miserable and lonely. But to the 1%, that's solitude, it's the best thing that could ever happen to them.
Solitude is simply time with yourself to discover your hunger and motivation without outside deference. See, solitude is not some monster hiding under the bed. It's not a sign of loneliness, and it definitely doesn't mean you aren't enough. Actually, it's an entrepreneur's absolute greatest superpower. It's literally the only place where you can get alone with your thoughts, completely free from peer pressure, and figure out what you're truly hungry for. It's where your purpose finally drowns out the deafening noise of the crowd.
You haven't outgrown your circle, your ambition is finally speaking. I hear this from entrepreneurs all the time. They start feeling like outsiders, just watching normal people live these totally automatic, routine lives. When you hit that point, when you realize you've kind of outgrown your social circle, you need to understand that this isn't loneliness. It's just your ambition finally speaking louder than your need to fit in. It's demanding that you separate from everything trying to knock you off your course.
The 1% Playbook, your daily routine for deep work. So, let's move into the tactical execution here. We're talking about an uncompromising daily routine designed specifically for deep, solitary work. Because, you can plan and strategize all you want, but at some point, you just have to put the actual work in behind the scenes. Step 1, pre-dawn. Wake in the dark, no phone, no notifications. Step 2, morning movement. Run or exercise to generate business and scaling ideas. Step 3, deep work block. Hide in the library or boardroom to execute. If you truly want to change your life and scale your business, you've got to adopt this chronological framework. Claim those pre-dawn hours. Wake up before the sun, leave the phone alone. Then, get moving. Use a morning run or workout to fill your cup. This is where solitude literally hands you the ideas to scale. Finally, disappear into a room and ruthlessly execute that game plan.
1.5. That is your magic number to make this whole timeline work. Research shows the average worker barely manages 3 minutes of focused work before getting interrupted. 3 minutes? So you need to dedicate 1 to 1.5 hours every single day to pure, notification-free solitude. When you strip away the distractions and stop just being busy, your mind becomes completely optimized. You'll make up so much ground in those 90 minutes that your competitors won't even know what hit them.
The foundation, 3 habits of mental toughness. But look, a solid routine is absolutely nothing without the resilience to back it up when things get incredibly hard. So we've got to build up your mental toughness using 3 very specific habits. Number 1, do uncomfortable things consistently. Number 2, hide yourself from distractions. And number 3, move your body to change your energy. These are your 3 non-negotiable mandates. Embrace the uncomfortable, eliminate the noise, and shift your energy. Let's break these down right now so you can start using them today. Habit 1 is all about embracing the uncomfortable. You need to consistently pursue things you don't want to do. Push through the pain, view setbacks as opportunities, and absolutely refuse to quit. I really need you to realize that if it doesn't sting, burn, or make you a little bit uncomfortable, you're probably not getting much out of it. The top 1% look at demoralizing failures as literal opportunities to overcome. Those struggles, that's just the tuition you have to pay to fulfill your destiny. You have to consistently run toward the things you don't want to do.
Habit 2, hide from distractions. Forsake trivial pursuits. Stop consuming news or social media first thing in the morning. Protect your mind and disappear to put the work in. History does not remember the distracted, guys. It remembers the devoted. If you wake up and instantly start scrolling social media or the news, you've already lost the chance to listen to your own instincts. You have to be willing to shut the door on all that trivial stuff. Hide in the gym, hide in the library. Prioritize your own presence over constantly consuming the outside world.
Habit 3, shift your blueprint. Move your body to change your state, break out of those mental pits, refuse to normalize being defeated, and take responsibility for your output. When you're feeling weak, unhappy, or completely drained, you cannot let that weakness dictate what you do next. Listen to me on this. Depleted does not mean defeated. You have to aggressively move your body to change your energy and your focus. If you aren't happy with your results, take total ownership of your physical output and change your blueprint.
This is your deployment. We are shifting from preparation to execution right now. This explainer isn't just a bunch of nice-sounding advice to jot down in a notebook. Consider this a direct summons. You are being commissioned to wake up. It's time to get to work. No more rehearsals. This is a massive mindset shift. You didn't survive all those betrayals, the brutal setbacks, and the feeling of being totally stuck just to practice playing small, right? You didn't come this far and hustle this hard just to tell a story about surviving. You survived so you could execute your assignment. No more almost. Stop almost figuring it out. Stop almost stepping into your calling. Stop almost finishing the projects you start. That window of opportunity sitting right in front of you, it's not going to be rescheduled. It is literally now or never. And the 1% do not do never. I strike when the window opens. You have got to become the person who looks at an open window and immediately strikes. You have to act with relentless drive. You might be exhausted, but you still put the work in. You might be facing massive setbacks, but you keep building. You have to labor with vision and build with total conviction, even when it's incredibly uncomfortable and even when there's absolutely no one around to clap for you.
I refuse to die with instructions still inside of me. Make this your personal declaration today. Refuse to meet the end with unused faith. Refuse to be that person who's notorious for starting things but leaves all their grand ideas trapped inside a dusty journal. You were trained for this. Everything you've survived was preparing you for this exact hour. Do you want an ordinary life or an exceptional one? As we wrap up this playbook, I want to leave you with literally the only question that matters right now, because real consequences happen when we choose to remain comfortable. So, are you going to keep settling for the comfortable mediocrity of the masses, or are you finally ready to pay the price, step up, and go to work? The choice is entirely yours.